But the first thing is, okay, if a person says, listen, I don't want to think about this other person, but what can I do? I mean, just happening. I can't control my feelings. I mean, if I have, you know, a certain feeling or affinity for one thing or another, I mean, that's, how's that my fault? What can I do? Is there anything that I can do to get rid of the feeling?
Yes, there's some practical things you can do. And again, it's going to be tough for some people. It's going to be easier for other people. But like for instance, myself, I can cut a tie and move on within 5 seconds flat, right? That's me. Not everybody's like me. Someone else it might take more time. But even though I'm like that, I still took practical steps to ensure I was not being dragging along this baggage. Like for instance, okay, you're divorced. No chance of getting back. You don't want to get back, or she doesn't want you back, whatever it is. First thing you could do is delete all the pictures you have of that person, right? Actual physical action. I'm getting rid of all these pictures out of my phone so I don't find myself bored and going through old pictures. Man, I remember those days. Nah, delete. See you later, right? You might have her name stored in your phone as Honey Boo Boo Bear or whatever it is, right? Nope. Your name is now so and so, right? And there's a bunch of little things like this you could do to basically train yourself that, okay, no, this is over, right? Right.
Absolutely. I,
Practical actions you could do.
I would add to that a major one is the social media. Don't
Mm,
follow their social media accounts, you know,
exactly.
because what you have is a lot of times you have them trying to show how well they're doing. It could be true. Hopefully, it is true. They're doing great. It shouldn't matter to you how well they're doing after you've broken up. As a matter of
Yep.
fact, it should have no effect on you whether she went on to have the greatest life and relationship and got rich or whatever. As soon as y'all left. Of course, you're a human being, like, dang, man, she really leveled up after me. But the thing is, you really should detach yourself from that. If you struggle with that, like me, I know lots of men that can just, I mean, they might cut the emotional cord during the relationship, let alone, and no issue after, during.
Right.
When they realize that it's over, they already checked out. But
Yep.
for some, it is an issue. And we don't really have time to get to all the personality types that might struggle with it. But if you are a person who struggles with it, you cannot interact with her social media. So don't follow her on any of her accounts. Mute her WhatsApp status updates or whatever. Don't check them. There's a way that you can mute those, where you don't even have to see it. So
Yep.
they could be posting all types of stuff, trying to troll you, trying to talk bad about you, subliminal messages about, you or how great they're doing. You will never see it because you have muted all the things, you've unfollowed them on everything. So shit will have no effect on you.
Yep.
So if you really want to make that clean break, what we're talking about is you need to take those steps where the only reason why you will see or hear that other person is if you're forced to, like
Yeah.
kid handoffs or something like that, or there's some actual business you have to do. You got to see him in court or something like that. Other than
Yeah.
that, your life should be completely eliminated. And if you don't have any kids or your kids are already grown, I mean, it's easy work. You should really be, I mean, that part of your life should be completely eliminated. And
Yeah.
if you're not doing that, then you will put yourself in the category of one of those people we're talking about where it can either be a minor setback for a major comeback or a major setback that continues to snowball if you keep to
Hmm.
hang on to something that's not there. It wasn't successful. It wasn't something that was beneficial during the relationship. Otherwise, it wouldn't have ended.